Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel here. I'm a teacher and today I'm going to be sharing with you my extreme grocery budget challenge for the month of January. If you're new around here, you may not know that I do cook for just one person. I live in a studio apartment kind of set up and it is attached to a main house, but I do all of my own meals by myself. I typically budget around $100 to $125 just for myself. I like to get pretty creative. So for today, I'm going to be sharing with you kind of my plan for the month of January. Now, I do have a video all about my kind of January goals and everything, and I'd be sure to link that down below. But if you watch that, you'll know that I had some guests here and they just finally left. So I'm filming this video, I'll put it up, but you will see it after the whole plan has already started. Anyway, let's get back to my $30 and hopefully my dogs will not bother me too much. So if you hear some shaking, that's Bonnie. Anyway, let's talk about the reasons why I want to bring my grocery budget down and basically not even use my budget for the month of January. I'm going to use what's in that jar right there that you just saw. I have 3 reasons though. Number 1, I spent a lot during December, and although I did budget for it, I would love to see if I can get my grocery budget really low during the month of January, because after swipe or no swiping at the grocery store a ton of times, I really just want to see what I can do. I want to see if I can do some extreme budget meals. So that's the number 1 reason for a challenge. Number 2, I just have a lot of leftovers. And if you watch that video, like I said, all about, January goals and everything, I did mention that my brother and sister-in-law were here visiting from the military, and my sister-in-law and my niece are both gluten-free and dairy-free. So I have a lot of just like little odds and ends from them. I did send them with any flour and everything that I could, but I do have a few things left over. Also, I have a lot of fresh fruit from different recipes I was making. I have baking things. I have extra eggs. I just feel like I have a lot of stuff that I don't want to let it go to waste. I really just want to use it up. So that's number 2. Number 3, I really want to take my grocery budget that I normally plan for the month of January and do something with it. Not quite sure what. For instance, I might use it for something in the house that I feel like I need during the month of January while I was baking cookies and everything. I felt like I could have benefited from having like a small little table or something. That would have been really helpful. There are a couple pans I feel like I need. Just little odds and ends. I would love to get another little like side table, maybe something from Facebook Marketplace to put some of my gifts. I did share a video. Well, actually it's probably not up yet, but I will share it. I did get something really cool that I want to put on display and it would be really useful for me. So anyway, all that to say, I might do something with that money, or I might put it in my Christmas fund. I might do that, or I may take it and put it away, take my grocery budget money I normally use and put it away for the month of December, so that when December comes this year, I will have buco bucks to swipe away and buy all the cool stuff for Christmas, baking and cooking and all that good stuff. Anyway, I want to do something with it. So those are my 3 reasons why I want to do this. Now let's talk about the rules. So the rule right here is that I have this piggy bank. This piggy bank has about $30, or has $30 exactly, I know, but it's, I believe, all quarters. So if you don't know, I am Mexican, and one thing that we love to do is play Mexican bingo. Before I moved here, we used to meet up a couple times a month. I had 2 brothers that lived different distances from me, but not too far. And we'd kind of get together and have kind of like a family night, and we would make something all together, and then we'd play Mexican bingo. So if you know anything about that, you got to save your change for that. So I'm constantly saving change, and I've never been one to use my change for anything. A lot of times what I do with it is something that I found out Abundantly Minimal does as well. Is what I would usually do is, once this kind of built up, I would just one day go to the grocery store and just go on a day when it's not too busy, and I would just go through the self-checkout and I just start sticking my coins in there. And I've done this a couple different times with my housemate, especially when we first moved into our old house together. We were broke, so we took our piggy bank money and we had like $30-$40 in change, and we just kept putting it in there, and the people were like, "Thank you so much, we really need change." So I didn't feel no shame with that, Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that on a really busy day. You might get some people kind of mad at you. But anyway, so that's where I kind of got the idea. I thought I would use this change for like Mexican bingo and stuff, and also maybe just go to the grocery store. But because in 2020, basically a lot of places weren't taking any change, so I never got a chance to do that. And this just kept kind of building up and building up. And I don't normally go in there and use like $30 of change. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's just like, $5-6 or whatever. So basically though, it just kind of built up. Anyway, so because of that, when Christmas came, you know, Christmas was a little bit different this year, probably for most people. We just didn't end up playing this with the few people we had here. It was kind of random and kind of busy. So I just have all this change here. I feel like I have another bag hanging around somewhere with change. If I do, maybe I'll make a video about myself doing that in the self-checkout. Why not during maybe a vlog day? But anyway, all that to say, this $30 kind of got set aside during the month of December and even November. And I thought, you know what I'm gonna do with this? I'm gonna use it for, and I kept saying I was gonna use it for maybe groceries here and there, or I was gonna put it and use it, you know, take it to my bank and use it for Christmas money. And you know what? It just never happened. So I decided I want to do something with this so I can empty it out and start saving change again. And I don't know, maybe this year I might do one of those big change goals where you save up for the entire year. We shall see. But anyway, I do want to use this for something, and I thought what better way to do it but to get some really great pantry meals, and then every week only have to buy a little bit, and then it wouldn't be so bad. You know, if I got to use $6 in quarters, that's not too bad. I wouldn't even be too embarrassed to go through the regular checkout doing that. So money's money, right? And we need some coins, all right? There was a coin shortage last year. Anyway, so that's going to be the reason why I came up with the $30, because there is $30 inside there, and I'm going to be using that. So during the month of January, I will have some accompanying videos all about it. But basically, I'm going to be using whatever I have in my own pantry. And in a minute here, I'm going to show you what's in my pantry, my fridge, and even my freezer area, and kind of give you an idea of what I do have to work with. I probably will miss a few things, but for the most part, you'll see what I have, and that way you can kind of see it as I go through the accompanying weeks. But I'm going to try to use up what I have, and then if I need a thing here or there, then I'm going to use that change that you just saw, and I'm going to try to see if maybe I can go the entire month without using the entire thing of change. We shall see. And then every week after that, when I show you my videos, I'll probably show you the very small little tiny haul of groceries, and then I will just use the accompanying things. All right, I've talked enough. Let's get over to my, you know, my pantry, my fridge, and yeah, my freezer. And I'm even going to check the garage, see if I have anything hanging around there. I just moved a couple months ago, and I still have a couple little things that have been odds and ends that are in there. And every week I seem to find something new, like, hey, look, a whole bottle of soy sauce. Cool. All right. Anyway, let's get over to all of my inventory. All right, let's get into the refrigerator stuff. We have here about a dozen eggs. This is 18 count, but I have about a dozen. Got some leftover sodas that are diet, so I'll try to use those up. They're the 0 sugar ones, and then that's like a Pepsi 0 sugar. I also have this cheese ball, which is really yummy. I think there is some like some summer sausage. I think I may have left upstairs. I have some leftover guacamole and salsa from Chili's, and it still seems to be pretty good. I've got a whole thing of whipped cream, lots of different salsas. That's something I picked up from my mama. Some dry instant milk. I also have this silk almond. My nieces love to drink this, and I think I mentioned that one of my nieces is dairy-free and gluten-free. So I think I can do some stuff with that. I got a little bit of creamer in here. This is just from Aldi, not the greatest. I have a ton of fruit, mandarin oranges, some pineapple. I've got some berries in here and some cut up kiwi in that bowl. Also have some leftovers from baking things, like a little bit of dough for my shortbread cookies, some drizzles, a little bit of a spread. In here, I've got bacon bits, ham, a pack of crescent rolls. My niece wanted these, and we never made them. I don't know, she just wanted them. I also have some Daiya cheese. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's just dairy-free, because my niece is dairy-free. Have a couple of different packs of corn tortillas. I like these corn tortillas, and then I picked these up from Aldi's. I think I bought these exact same ones in another video recently, but my niece can have this, and my sister-in-law, they can have corn tortillas, because corn tortillas don't have any gluten in them. Okay, let's get to the butter drawer. I've got some Kerrygold butter, just the spreadable down there. I have some unsalted butter, some plant-based butter from Country Crock, and I have just one for like a spreadable one, and then also some for baking. I do have another cream cheese. This is just the Walmart brand. I originally bought Philadelphia, which I prefer, but I accidentally bought the 1/3 fat, and I knew my family wouldn't eat it. I have a block of cheese I bought a long time ago from Happy Farms, which is Aldi, but it's still good. So I'm going to try to use that up real soon. Got a ton of berries here. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and some blackberries. I'm shocked, but these are great. I definitely think that my fridge is turned down a little bit more. and I'm hoping these can last. I feel like blueberries, out of all the berries, last a little bit longer. In here, I have some green onions that I feel like are frozen, and this spot, like I have some spinach here, but honestly it is frozen. I had a little bit of garden stuff, but I think I need to toss that because it just froze, which is fine with me. Yeah, there's a little bit of ice on here. So you see that ice on there? So I think that will be fine. Coming over here, we've got tomato paste, of course, baking soda, some pumpkin. My sister-in-law made a pumpkin chili, so I have some leftover pumpkin, just some ketchup, some ranch yogurt. I need to check to see if that's any good. One of these berry splashes. I'm really excited about this. I've never actually bought this before, but my sister-in-law swears by it. It's the Ready Whip non-dairy, and it's just left over because my niece could have it. Blackberry jam, some of my favorite from Smucker's. And then I have some Maple Grove's organic maple syrup. Over here, here's something I'm gonna start talking about. This is my new packet drawer. There's a YouTuber, let me shut that door. There's a YouTuber that, I don't know if he makes videos anymore, but he used to make this series called The Struggle Meals. I recently looked for him and I couldn't find him, but I'll try to find him. And he just showed how to make meals, and he was like, let's consult the packet drawer. So especially now when they give you a packet, a lot of times you get takeout or something, they give you a certain amount of packets and then they won't take them back. Like, for example, they gave me a honey mustard. I just didn't use it. Actually, I don't even think I used it at all. Extra ketchup packages, and I don't usually ask for ketchup, but sometimes they just throw them in there. And even if I'm like, hey, I don't want this ketchup, they're just going to throw it away. So I don't do that. I've gone to Cracker Barrel a couple times, and they give you 2 of these, but a lot of times I only use like 1 or part of one. And they're like, please take them. We can't keep them. So there's my fridge beeping at me. Oh boy, I seriously need to clean that. All right, we'll get on that today. I've got butter packets and stuff. I've got some hot mustard. Love that. Haven't had that in years. Duck sauce, mayonnaise sauce, and everything. Anyway, just thought I'd show this. This is the best jam ever. I used to be able to find it in Michigan, but I haven't been able to find it in Northwest Indiana in a long time, and I don't know if I can find it out here, but I will look. And I got some chopsticks, so you will see these things probably in an upcoming video. All right, let's get to the freezer. Okay, this second drawer I don't really use, but I did want to point this out. My sister-in-law made pumpkin chili, so that is in there. There's just some leftovers. The rest of the stuff is theirs. Over here, I've got something I need to throw away. I've got English muffins. I have 1 pound of turkey thighs, some chili that I usually make. These are some berries I bought from my mom a long time ago, and I have a Sam's Club card, and she just never, I don't know what happened, she never took them. I've got a bag of broccoli. I have some shredded hash browns, a whole pack. A little bit of this Pepperidge Farm, like swirls. What else is back here? Sorry if there's a lot of crinkling. I've got half a pack of Jennie-O turkey sausage. I've got these waffles, pumpkin spice waffles that I froze. I have a little bit of peanut butter blossom dough that I never made from this holiday. I've got some tortillas, gluten-free and dairy-free breaded chicken breast nuggets that my sister-in-law picked up, but my nieces just didn't really like them. They said they were too spicy, and I love spice, so I'll eat those up. We got a ton of onions and stuff, and egg stuff. That's going to be in an upcoming video. I also have some pizza rolls just for fun. And I even have, this is Korean food. My sister-in-law picked up some Korean food for me when she was out here at bulgogi or something. I don't even know if that's how you say it. But anyway, it's really, really good. But I ate all of it, and I froze this because I feel like I can make a couple meals out of this with some rice. And she said some places even throw like an egg on top. So that's pretty much everything in the freezer. But yeah, that's what we're working with. Let's start over here. We've got spices in the back, a couple overflow spices, and chicken broth, the normal stuff. In here, I've got French fried onions. I've got mac and cheese. I've got this really cool stuff, white chocolate flavored sauce. I've got some, this is called Magic Spoon. This is a gingerbread. We bought this for my niece, but come to find out it has dairy in it, so she can't have it. Back here, I've got some ramen noodles, some Nutella, more ketchup, I've got different beans back there, chickpeas, and even some black beans back there. Self-rising flour, regular flour. I've got sriracha. It's got little odds and ends in here. So we'll see what we can work with in here. Over here, we just have some baking stuff. We've got, I've got a lot of quinoa. I've got some rice, nuts, different pasta. My dog's next to me. I've got pancake mix. Under here, I got some more quinoa, more different things. So that'll work out pretty nicely. All right, next I've got some Rice Krispies. I've got some leftover baking stuff like Crisco. I've got quick oats, lots of peanut butter, and some natural peanut butter. Doggy can smell it. You know what? I just realized why he's sniffing, and that is because his dog treats are in here. So that is why he's hanging out. So let me get him one of these. All right, forgive him while he crunches on those and the other dogs come, but I've got rice vinegar, also soy sauce, and sesame oil down here, and another can of black beans. Not sure how that ended up back here, but I've got it. So sorry you're gonna hear them. I've got leftover crackers. I've got some peanut caramel clusters. Got some different Swiss Miss. I'm probably gonna mail this to my niece. All right, then I've got a couple Swiss Miss Cafe that actually have coffee in them. I think I used these in a recent video where I talked about these, but I thought these would be really great for the weekend when I want to treat myself. Use some of that whipped cream, use some of that sauce. Got a lot of baking cocoa, some leftover sugar. Of course, I've got all my coffees I don't have to worry about. And then over here, I've got a lot of garlic, a lot of frozen onions. I got to give this container to somebody. I've got leftover bananas, but honestly, they're looking pretty sad. Probably have oatmeal one day, and then I might make a banana bread or freeze it. Got some leftover chips from Chili's that I could use and just have as a little snack. And then last but not least, I've got some baking stuff. Okay, here's the container with the overflow baking stuff. I've got a couple of packs of marshmallows, one whole one, and then this one that's in half here. Got a couple of these baking things from Walmart. I bought them right after Christmas for like 30 cents. A lot of flour, extra spatulas, and some dry yeast. I've heard that this freezes really well, according to FrugoFit Mom, so I will probably try to freeze this, but I might make some bread. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've got in my pantry area. Okay, and last but not least, this container right here, we're still kind of unpacking a few things. I found a couple things that belong to me in here, which are some Progresso soups and some chicken noodle soup. I think that's about it, but like maybe some nuts or something, but the rest of the stuff belongs to somebody else. I'm not going to open this container just because it's really kind of messy and stuff, and I want to respect them, but just a Sterilite container. So you'll probably see those soups here and there because soups are a great thing to have on hand because they can make a really easy meal. Anyway, that should be pretty much everything that I have stocked up in my pantry, fridge, freezer, and stuff, etc. If I miss a few things, you'll kind of see them throughout the weeks as I show my meal plans. All right, so that's all that I pretty much have. Like I said previously, there may be a few odds and ends that I may have missed, or maybe in the back of, if you saw my little pantry there might be some stuff in the back that maybe I missed. And in those canisters, there's things like quinoa and stuff like that, and like self-rising flour. But other than that, I think I pretty much showed everything. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that you stay tuned to see how I make meals with my pantry. And yeah, my little change, my little piggy bank. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.